Praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Quadash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba. So this is Genesis 9 verse 5, and this is after the flood. Noah's being blessed by the Lord. It says in verse 1, and Elohim blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, which every one that you see today, and every land animal and everything that creepeth and every fowl of the air came from the descendants that survived the flood by being on the ark. All right. Now, I'm going to go to 9 again, and I want to get it. And let me see. It's verse 5, and I'm going to go to the translation comparison in the blue letter. I'm going to read from the NLT version of Genesis 9:5. And I will require the blood of anyone who takes another person's life. If a wild animal kills a person, it must die. And when who murders a fellow human must die. And when anyone who murders a fellow human must die. All right, so this is still in place. All right, this is why you even have men like Jordan Peterson saying that you can't escape a murder from 20 years ago because it will reveal itself over time. Right, that psychologist from Canada, right, he said that many times there was people that thought they got away with murder that he knew through his profession. And he said that 20 years, 30 years down the line, reality smacks them in the face, and whoever they murdered, the crime pops up 20, 30 years down the road. All right, and this is all according to the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that's been established in the world, all right, since the ancient days. And this is why we also get woe unto the bloody city. Here it is. It's in Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, which is America today. It is all full of lies and robbery, and prey departed not. Right? Which they don't let go of the slaves, which are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Right? They won't let us go. And this is why they're full of lies, because they made many agreements with the Israelites and have broken them. Which you hear of the northern kingdom, like the natives, they were promised the reservation, but the Edomites went over there and prospered by taking that reservation back, or making certain loopholes to where they'll be able to keep control of the casinos and all this other stuff. So they're full of lies, just like they did to the southern kingdom, the so-called Negro, when they promised them 40 acres and a mule. All right, and this is how the devil, the so-called white man, gets down. He's a bloody man, and this is a bloody city, America. But you see what they're funding today. They gave Israel billions of dollars to slaughter, I'm not going to say innocent people, but, other nations, right? Ukrainians, he's giving them lots of money for what? To destroy. So this is what that so-called white man does, because he is the sword, and his destruction draweth nigh. All right, which it tells you in 2nd Ezra 15. It says in verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, which is that so-called white race, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what them ruling causes famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness, meaning the so-called white man ruling the world, had exceedingly polluted the whole earth. He slaughtered people from one end to the other. And their hurtful works are fulfilled, which the whole earth is now in a wicked-ass vibration. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. That's why you have the prophets, right, telling you who the so-called white man is. He's the devil, Esau, Edom, right, the red, bloody man. In fact, that's why they named him Red, because he pursued blood. He likes to eat bloody meat. So blood shall pursue him. It says, therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, which they try to destroy the truth, but there's nothing that they could do against the truth, only for the truth. So it reveals who they are, right? Like with the counterfeits in the land, right? In our land, the counterfeits, the bastards that are in our land, the small hat, big nose bastards, they are bloody men. Look what they're doing. Look what they have done, and look what they plan on doing. It says, neither will I suffer them those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Which it tells you there's blood of saints in this land. Not just from the past, but what they're going to do in time to come, which is known as Jacob's trouble. They're going to kill some of the Israelites that are here trying to stop us from prophesying. Revelation, here it is, Revelation 16 and 6. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, supreme power, almighty Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of power, which is Yahweh, and his son is Yahushai, which had power over these plagues. And they repented not to give him glory. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of heaven, the power of heaven, because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. Right? And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. And the way of the kings of the east, China, Russia, India, all these nations from the east, might be prepared to do what? Go to war. They're going to go into that Middle East and be drawn into the valley of Jehoshaphat to be destroyed. It says, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs, which a frog is an unclean animal, right? So these spirits that they're going to push out of the mouth, it says frogs come out of the mouth, like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of power, Almighty Yahweh, which he's going to send his son Yahushai. Right? So they're going to push all kinds of lies and blasphemy, talking shit against the Lord, right? Made up stories, propaganda, to try to entice people to stand with them to fight against the Lord, right? But the Lord's going to destroy them, like it says in 2 Ezra 13, that all that's going to remain of those troops that are over there is dust and smoke. It says, for they are spirits of devils working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Almighty. Behold, and this is Yahushai saying, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and see his shame, which means you be found without, being decorated in this truth. It says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh's Mashaphat. That's what's going to happen in that valley to all these troops, these armies of the world that are going to obey this devil, the so-called white man, and gather themselves into that valley. It says, and the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city, America, that bloody city, was divided into 3 parts. And the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon, which is America, that bloody city, came in remembrance before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness and of his wrath. All right? Which that earthquake is going to be caused by the nuclear destruction that's going to take place to America. It says right here, it says, verse 12 of Revelation 17, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, the European Union, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast, which they're going to make that implantable microchip mandatory for buying and selling. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore is America, that bloody city, and the 10 horns which are upon the beast is the kings of those 7 heads. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. You see? So that's the judgment for all the bloodshed of America. Their blood is going to be turned into dust. It's going to be poured out like dust, because they're going to be melted in the lake of fire, which is the nuclear destruction of America, after they make the implantable microchip mandatory for buying and selling. It says in Revelation 18, it says in verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Which, how did America get so rich? Through bloodshed, through slavery, through war. It says, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, which you could look this up. There's only 2 countries that actually have the top ranking, the purchasing of commodities, which is America and China. The only difference is America doesn't produce nothing but debt, and China produces the goods of the world. So this is dealing with America, and that's why all these people that are on ships that got rich by the costliness of her desire, right? They're going to be upset. It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Not realizing this bloody city, America, has this judgment coming, That's why they don't know. The Lord's going to come like a thief in the night. It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein we are made rich, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, which they consume, but it produced nothing but debt. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh and his son Yahushai hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, this bloody city America, be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Kala Yabashim Yahushai, Wa Ababa Ball. Endure, brethren.